Hello everyone, and once again, welcome to Info Extra. I'm your host, Paul Spahala. Now, in keeping with our recent observation of Groundhog's Day, if you can see my shadow anywhere on our Info Extra set, it means we're in store for 6 more weeks of winter. Let's take a look. Oh, well, that's not good news. Well, anyway, let's get on with our show right now. Have you ever wondered what happens to a simple everyday item, like a paper cup, once it's been discarded? Maybe it ends up in a landfill, or perhaps it finds its way into an incinerator, or if we're lucky, it'll be recycled. The United States leads the world in waste production, and according to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, we generate some 200 million tons of trash a year. Now that's enough to fill a convoy of garbage trucks stretching 8 times around the globe. While we're still sorting out the answers on how to handle our garbage crisis, many people are coming up with innovative solutions to help reduce our waste. People like Luciano Montefusco, a local artist, who has not only found a way to recycle everyday items, but has managed to combine them with art and science to create an artistic exhibit at the Barron Arts Center that's out of this world.
Recently, the Barron Arts Center in Woodbridge hosted an environmental space exhibition. Recyclables, Arts, and Sciences are the creations of artist Luciano Montefusco, who began building model airplanes and buildings as a child, and later ventured into his present art form.
My biggest challenge was to build an airplane. And at that time, I was not able to do it. I tried, but it didn't look right. So years later, actually started in 1981, I needed a challenge on my models. You know, I wanted to build something extraordinary. So I decided to build spaceships because I'm very interested in future, space. I did some research in NASA, things that they're going to build in the future. And from there, I made my first model. And as I made my first model, I got ideas for the following model, and so on.
Montefusco has built detailed models, not only of spaceships, but of satellites, space labs, and space buildings. While designing his creations, the need for details became prevalent, and he began incorporating discarded and recycled items into his work.
It's very important to recycle. It's a shame what we live in these children with these days, you know, with the mess that we have around the planet. And so the idea came that these gadgets and little things that I use, they form very good details for futuristic things. And that's why I use recycle. First thing I do is sketch them. Then I design them according to the sketch. Then I give them dimensions. And that's when I start building. My sister works for a clothing store in East Brunswick, and she collects this big poster board of fashion. And from there, I make the main frame of the spaceship. Then I go crazy with recycling items and using them for engines or for exhaust, air conditioning for the spaceship, gears, all kinds of things. I use plastic, I use glass, I use old computer chips, also picture tube from an old TV. I break the glass and I take the inside and I use them because they look very futuristic. And I also use simple things like bendable straws, any see-through plastic containers, toothpaste pump. I take them apart and I use that for exhaust system in the spaceship. The main body of the satellite is made out of empty roll of toilet paper, the cylinder. The inside of this satellite here, it's the picture tube that I was talking about, where I broke the glass and took the item inside. And as you can see, it looks very futuristic. This serves like a camera. Now, this is a washer from a Delta faucet, and these are fishing barbers. Now, what happened is, you see here computer chips and a swivel. Okay, what we see here, it's a bottle of, empty bottle of soda. It's got fiber optic inside, which lights up those little computers. And also have a light bulb underneath that lights up the whole bottle. The top here is motorized, and it will swivel. A toothpaste tube cover. We see here, this is a contact lens cover, which serve as a radar with solar panels, which they fold and they close the panels, or it folds inside and out. Now the inside of this, I have the same thing as the ship that I showed you before. There's people, there's dormitory, there's cafeteria. I think about everything that has to do as far as human demand.
The exhibit, which was sponsored by Suburban Cablevision and the Woodbridge Township Cultural Arts Commission, drew thousands of adults and school kids during its run. The Barron Arts Center also sponsored a contest for the kids as part of the exhibit.
What the contest entails, as each student comes in, we will give him a pad and a pencil. And in the beginning, I explain one recyclable article, and I show them another one without telling them. And this is how they find the articles that are on exhibit. What we're doing is each class will have a winner per class. And so we might have about 25 winners overall. And we're asking the teachers to list on their sheets that the children have the different recyclable articles, and they'll send them to us, and the one with the most will win the recyclable jet.
Well, we've been down here for several different exhibits for the art shows and for the trains, and this really fits into what we're doing in 5th grade science now with the solar system and the stars. And also in April we do Earth Month, and this is a great way for the kids to see what can be done with recyclables instead of just hanging around. I think they're really enjoying it. They're really getting into looking for the recyclable materials. They seem to be having a good time.
Well, that's my satisfaction. When I see a child, the first impression is wow. And then they look into things, and especially when they start recognizing things, so they get really excited. And my hope is that the child that saw my spaceships, I will open up his mind into create things out of nothing. My goal is to get to Disney, where thousands of children can see my work and enjoy it and learn, where thousands of children can see my work and enjoy it and learn something from it.
Let's see, spaceships, garbage. I didn't say the Enterprise should be hauling garbage. I said the Enterprise should be hauled away as garbage. I'm sorry. Luciano Montefusco's spaceship exhibit has been featured at several museums throughout the state and is currently traveling throughout the tri-state region. If you'd like to get more information on upcoming activities at the Barron Arts Center, call 908-634-0413. Now, while Luciano Montefusco has dedicated his efforts to teaching youngsters about science, some scientific experts in Linden found a way to slide into the record books. When driving through Linden, you may not have noticed a company called General Magnaplate because, well, it probably just slipped by you.